Exodus, the second book of Moses, chapter 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, multiplied, and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we are. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there faileth out of any war, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them out of this land. Therefore they did set over their taskmasters to afflict them with burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasured cities, Pithom and Ramesses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied, and they grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. They made their lives bitter with hard bondage, hardship, in mortar, bricks, and in all manner of service in the fields, and all their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other was Puah. And he said, When you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then you shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God, and did not do as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them, Why have you done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, Because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered of the midwives came in unto them. Therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied, and they waxed mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born you shall cast into the river, and every daughter you shall save alive. Chapter 2. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took to a wife a daughter of Levi. And the women conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him for 3 months. And when she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes and twigs, and made him and slimed them with pitch, and put this child in this. And there she laid him in the flags by the river's brink. And his sister stood afar off to witness what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw the little ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she opened it and saw the child, and behold, the baby cried, and she had compassion for him, and said, This is one of those Hebrew children. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call in you a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse this child for you? And Pharaoh's daughter said yes to her, Go. And the maid went and called for the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give you your wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. The child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became one of her sons. And she called his name Moses. And she said, Because I drew him out of the water. And it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brothers, and looked on their burdens, and he spied on an Egyptian that was smiting and beating up a Hebrew, one of his brothers. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together, and said to him that did the wrong, Wherefore smitest thou your fellow? And he said, Who made you a prince and a judge over us, intending you to kill us, as you killed the Egyptian? And Moses was feared and said, Surely this thing is known now. When Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses, but Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled their troughs of water for their father's flocks. And the shepherds came and they drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flocks for them. And when they came to Reuel their father, he said, How is it that you came so soon today? And they said, An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and then also drew water for us, and we watered the flock. And he said unto his daughters, And where is he? Why is it that you have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread here. And Moses was content to dwell with this man, and he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter, and she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom. For he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage, and they cried out, and their cry came up unto God for the reason of their bondages. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them. Chapter 3. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led this flock to the backside of the desert, and came low to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And an angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame, out of fire on the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why this bush is not being burnt. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. And he said, Draw not nigh hither, but put off your shoes from your feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are there in Egypt, and I have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrow. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them out of that land, and into a good land, into a large, abundant land, flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppress them. Come now, therefore, and I will send you unto Pharaoh, that you may bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. And Moses said unto God, Who am I that I should go unto a Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth children of Israel out of Egypt? And he said, Certainly I will be with you, and this shall be a token unto you, that I have sent you. When you have brought forth the people out of Egypt, you shall serve God upon this mountain. And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name, and what shall I say to them? And God said to Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shall you say unto the children of Israel, have sent me unto you. And God said moreover unto Moses, Thus shall you say unto the children of Israel, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. Go and gather the elders of Israel together, and say to them, The Lord God of your fathers, of Abraham, Isaac, and of Jacob, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and seen that which is done unto you in Egypt. And I have said, I will bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt, unto the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, and the Hivites, Jebusites, unto the land that's flowing with milk and honey. And they shall hearken to hear your voice, and they shall come, and you and the elders of Israel, unto the king of Egypt. You shall say unto him, the Lord God of the Hebrews has met with us, and now let us go. We beseech you that 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. And I am sure that the king of Egypt will not let you go, no, not without a mighty hand. And I will stretch out my hand and smite Egypt with all my wonders, which I will do in the midst thereof, and after that he will let you go. And I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, and it shall come to pass that when you go, you shall not go empty, but every man shall borrow of their neighbor and of their sojourn in their house jewels of silver, jewels of gold, and remnant. You shall put them upon your sons and upon your daughters, and you shall take the spoil of the Egyptians.